This video could go spectacularly wrong, but we will see. Hi everyone, my name's Chloe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different from me on here because I'm going to attempt to do a video where I show you my theatre scrapbook and sort of how I put that together. So this is the new thing that I started doing this year. I should probably actually get it out to show you, like, for the intro, but I'm really worried my camera's going to fall. But basically, I have this book, which is a Les Mis notebook, and I used to keep all of the tickets for every show that I went to see, sort of pre-pandemic. But post-pandemic they started doing them as e-tickets a lot, which obviously I could print them out because I used to keep them all in a photo album, and I could print the e-tickets out and put them in there. But also, like, I started going to the theatre with other people a lot, and sometimes they're buying the tickets, so I sort of have to get them to email them over to me, which just feels like a hassle. So what I've been doing instead, I started in October last year, which I know is a really random time to start, but I started when I went to musical con, and I started doing the scrapbook instead, and it was inspired by Letters to July, which have social media accounts that I will link down below, but they also have a shop where a lot of these stickers and things that I bought in this come from them. And I just really loved, I kept seeing what they did on TikTok, and I really loved it, and I decided it was a nice way to kind of keep track of what I've been to see. I am a little bit behind on it at the minute, which is why I'm going to bring you along with me to do it on this video. So but I will just show you kind of what we've got so far. So we've got musical con, and as you can see, I like to put pictures of the things that I've been to, star ratings, these little things here which are from the Letters to July shop, which tell you like exactly what it is that you went to see, and then just like random scrapbooky type paper and washi tape and all that, and paper, washi tape, stickers, all that sort of stuff. I do feel like I've got better at it as it's gone along. So if I am only up to January at the minute, which means I have got a fair bit to fill in, and I am going to try and film me doing that so you can see me doing some scrapbooking. I don't know if anyone's going to enjoy this video, but I quite like watching things like this. So I'm going to stop rambling now, and I'm just going to show you some footage of me doing the next few entries of my scrapbook. apologies if you've just watched my really awful video where I was actually doing the scrapbook. It turns out I find it very difficult to create the scrapbook while I am filming, because the way that my camera setup is, it's very, very difficult for me to kind of reach in and do things and make it actually look halfway decent. So I tried it twice. I'm not particularly happy with how the pages have turned out, so I've decided that rather than carry on doing the rest of my New York trip whilst filming it and then not being happy with how it looks, I'm just going to do a flip through of my scrapbook so far so that you can see sort of where I'm at and what it's looking like. I am still very new to scrapbooking, so there are definitely still things in here that I would like to change, but I am hoping that this will just get prettier as it goes along, and also it just serves as a nice memory of all the shows that I've been to. So we'll start at the beginning. This is a Les Mis notebook, as you can probably see. I bought this a few years ago and never used it because it felt like too nice to use for something just random. Like, I end up just using notes when I'm going to like training sessions and things and then forgetting about them. So I wanted to use it for something that was actually like theatrical based, and this is what I've ended up using it for. So I started doing this scrapbook in October, and you will see the first page was when I went to MusicalCon. So let me see actually if I can just zoom you in a tiny bit, and if I position this, there we go. So we've got MusicalCon, which was at the Excel in London. It was a musical theatre convention. I went with Becca, as you can probably see from the photo, and this was the first scrapbook page that I did. We also then have got Back to the Future the musical and the Jordan Luke Gage concert as well. Most of the stickers that you can see on here are from a shop called Letters to July that I will link down below. They created all of these ones here. These were a special set that they actually sold at MusicalCon, and then all of the sort of background things, well, a lot of the stuff at the beginning is from a scrapbooking kit that you could buy through them. I have added other bits and pieces along the way, just like random bits of crepe paper and like glittery paper and things like that, just scrapbooking stuff that I found in shops, a lot of the times in the works, but generally the actual like stickers, like these style ones, are going to be from them. Next up, we have got a concert that I went to, which was Kerry Ellis and Louise Diamond. This is one of the things that I'm not happy about in here. Like, I don't love how my writing looks here. I feel like I've got better at it as it's gone along, but this one just feels very, very messy, particularly where I've done this bit here. But I do like the idea of adding a quote in. So this is a quote from Wicked, because they were both in Wicked, and that is why they did a concert together. They're both sort of West End leading ladies, but they are linked through both being in Wicked. And these little things here, by the way, that have the star ratings and the theatres and things like that, also from the Letters to July shop, and I really, really love them. So I will be buying more when my pad runs out. You get, let me see if I can actually find it to show you. You get a pad of them that looks like this. I've already got some shows on, but you get quite a few, so it should last me a little bit while longer. Those are the shows that I still need to put in the scrapbook, so that's why they're already filled in. We then have got Tammy Faye, which I saw at the Almeida. This page feels a little bit cluttered to me. I have started doing this in the top corner though, which is where I put how many times I've seen the show, because I'm not going to do it with the concerts when like it's a one-off, so I'm not going to be able to see them more, but I do like doing it with shows that I potentially could see more than once, because I like kind of keeping track on where I'm at, because some of the shows I've seen quite a few times at this point, which you will see shortly. So I have included things that aren't just shows or concerts. I've included things that are just theatrical based in general. So this is from the Victoria and Albert Museum exhibition, which is called Reimagining Musicals. It was all costumes from musicals, so I took some pictures of that and put those in there. This is Satine from Moulin Rouge, and this is Catherine of Aragon from Six. But then I've got a play that I went to, which was good, with David Tennant in it. Wasn't quite sure what to do with this one, because some of the shows like have aesthetics that are quite easy to decide what to put in the scrapbook. Some of them aren't. This one was one that I've struggled a little bit with, as you can probably tell. I do get a little bit stronger at this as it goes along, I promise. These are all ones I did on the first day, and this is when I start to actually feel like I hit my rhythm a little bit more. So we have got Cabaret, and with this I put some things from the show in there as well. So this is actually the sticker that you put on the back of your phone, because you're not allowed to take pictures when you're in there. Got some of the stickers that were particularly for those shows. So again, the shop that I buy the stickers from, they do individual sticker sheets, which I can show you the remnants of the Moulin Rouge one here, because I've already taken some stickers off. But this is all specifically Moulin Rouge. They also do larger ones that have a bit of various different musicals on them. This one was from a West End Theatre 2022 sheet, which had like all of the long running shows on the West End that year. So it had one Cabaret sticker, and I put that one on there. also the Wicked one over here. So obviously I was going with a colour scheme on Wicked. This is reading more pink, this is reading more orange on camera than pink. I swear it is more a pinky colour. So we've got the pink and green going on. Not entirely sure. This did look black when I first put it on, and then when I saw it in different lighting I realised it was dark blue, so yes, it doesn't fit, but we're going to ignore that. But this is my first Wicked page. I do have another Wicked page to do, and I'm hoping that it'll look a little bit better than this one, because like I said, I've got better, I've learned. And actually this, when I said the last page where I felt like it started to come together, this is actually where I started to like it a little bit more. This was the sort of second lot of pages that I did. So we've got Come From Away. I started to make sure I had like more pictures in the theatre, so either outside the theatre as you got with the Moulin Rouge one, or inside the theatre. This is me and Meg at Come From Away, and I feel like having extra photos on there obviously bulks out the page a little bit more. Also the stickers that I had started to kind of tie to the shows a little bit more. I do need to get some more stickers so that I can carry on doing this, but I just kind of like how these ones look. They look as cluttered as I wanted them to be without them being too busy. I have also started making notes of like actors and things I particularly wanted to see in shows, so that I remember which performance it was I saw. So this one is the first time I saw Jamie Moscato in Moulin Rouge, so obviously I had to note that down. Third time I saw both of these shows. Then we have got Les Miserables, so had to go with the colour scheme for this one. So we've got some red and black going on, we've got some blue and red. Don't have any white tape, so I couldn't do like a full French flag, but you get the point. It is the 24th time that I've seen this show, so you know, just a few times, but maybe it'll be seen again later on, you don't know. When we got to Anne Juliet, it had to be pink, it had to be girly. I also have got a picture at the Theatre Cafe Diner because we went there before we went to see Anne Juliet, and I thought it just kind of tied in nice and had like a nice view of the day instead. But I'm a Cheerleader had to be a rainbow flag. It's very representative of that show, and I thought I'd keep it quite simple, just have that be the standout. And then this is a quote from one of the songs. For Pride and Prejudice sort of, I've gone with the opening quote from the book. Felt like it was very fitting. And then Newsies is probably the one that I am happiest with how it looks. So I got pieces of paper from a newspaper. It happened to be that they were actually articles about strikes as well, because obviously they were in the news quite a lot recently, and it made sense for the musical. I also did get the Newsies sticker sheet, so I had quite a lot of stickers that would work for this, and I just like how this one turned out. West End Does Christmas. Had to make it festive, obviously. Pretty Woman, not so happy with this one. I kind of didn't really know how to fill it up, but again, we've gone with one of the iconic quotes. I really need to work on my handwriting in this. And then we've got the Nutcracker, and again, just wanted to make it very festive, very sort of icy tones. Then we start to get to ones that I'm actually quite happy with, and these are the ones that I've done more recently. So we've got As You Like It, where I put one of the most famous quotes from the show on there, so we saw All the World's a Stage quote. And then these are actually leaves that I picked up from the stage because they sort of fall down just for the interval, and they were and we were quite near the front, so I was able to grab a couple before I left, and I just really like how those are in there. Same with Moulin Rouge. This is confetti that comes out into the audience. Grabbed a handful when I went. Did make a point of putting down that I had a cover for Christian this day, so it was Robson Broad, because obviously I've seen this show quite a few times, so I like to know who I've seen in it. Actually, that's just reminded me something that I need to put on a page later on. But again, sort of started using some of the Moulin Rouge stickers in this one as well. Then we got Phantom of the Opera. I wanted to concentrate on the Christine and the Opera Ghost sticker because I wanted to point out that this was the last time I saw two of the main actors in there who were like going to leave not long after I saw it. So Killian Donnelly as Phantom and Lucy St. Louis as Christine. So I just wanted to point those two out because that was kind of the reason I went to this particular performance. This one is Newsies, and I actually wrote out the entire Children's Crusade banner that they have. This is actually the one from the Broadway production. I couldn't find a picture of the UK one, but this is kind of what they hand out to further their cause in the show, and I quite like how this has turned out. Then we've got Allegiance. I wanted to have sort of the stars to represent America. We then got a compass print as well because it's about kind of being from different parts of the world, and I just thought this gave sort of a general idea of what the show was about. The Newsies here, we've actually got the lyrics to Seize the Day written behind it. As you can see, the Newsies ones, I like to be a little bit more creative. I don't know why. And as you can see, that creativity is kind of carried on a little bit. So for Les Mis, I've drawn the red flag, and then all these raindrops are symbolising the song A Little Fall of Rain, which is one of my favourites from the show. I also wrote down John Robbins as Jean Valjean because it was the last time I'm going to see him doing that. And yeah, kind of focused on a theme of the students and their songs here, hence the red flag. Do you hear the people sing in red and black? For Ben Valhalla and his West End besties, I wanted to really capture the sort of I wanted to really capture the idea of him being the fairy god fairy, so we went pink, we went bright, and then we do have a Frozen sticker here because he does love some Disney and there was a Frozen cover in the show. And now we get to New York, and these are the ones that I tried to do on camera and they just didn't quite work. So I wanted to put quotes from some of the songs I was singing when I got to New York. So Welcome to New York is Taylor Swift's song, Broadway Here I Come is from Smash, and this is just sort of general pictures that I have from us being in New York. This one is pictures of the theatres, so I thought it was fitting. Then we've got Hadestown, which actually, the more I look at it, the more I like it. I've gone for a whole sort of floral theme because Hadestown is a lot to do with spring and the fact that spring hasn't been happening, and Orpheus is going to try to put the world, and Orpheus is going to try and make spring happen again. It's a whole thing. So I thought florals very much fitted this. Funny girl, I've got a couple of quotes here. So I've got I'm the greatest star, and I've got Hello Gorgeous in there as well. We're going to ignore the fact that Hello Gorgeous clearly doesn't fit on the page properly, but that is the issue with trying to do it on camera. And then the last one that I've done so far is Moulin Rouge. This is the first time I saw Moulin Rouge on Broadway, and I just wanted it to be glitzy and glamorous. This is actually some of the heart confetti I picked up from the show. I do need to write down how many times I've seen this show, so let me actually, before I finish, just add that onto there. So this would be times 5, I believe. I should just double check that. Let me think. Yes. And also his name is on the cast list, but just at the bottom here. Although actually, if I'm shouting out people in the cast, I'm going to shout out the other person that I really loved. Which is Ashley Loren. And we've just sort of labelled them near where they are on the playbill. Again, not within my writing, probably shouldn't have done that on camera, but it's done now, so I can't fix it. But anyway, that was a flip through of my scrapbook. I know it's not the neatest, it's not the best. I hopefully will get better at it. I'll hopefully film another one of these videos with an update of other shows that I've been to, and it will look a little bit more impressive, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. So, like I said, I don't know how that turned out, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below, and I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.